What up, y'all? What up? Thank you for the like. Appreciate you guys. We're going live early today because sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, it looks a lot better when I'm not all up in the frame. Hopefully you guys can see me well. Hopefully everything is working out. Let's do this. Is that better for y'all? Let's try this one. Here we go. Y'all can see better now. All right. So, hopefully everything's working well for you guys. Hopefully y'all are having a wonderful week. Hopefully y'all got paid early, and hopefully you're not living paycheck to paycheck in these hard times. Uh, yeah, welcome in, you guys. Enjoy yourselves, and let me check one thing. Hope we're all live. Gabe, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry I had to go live early. Hope you get to catch this, and I'll be going live later on. I just have an event that came up, so I have to do that. But we're gonna be doing some mixing and some talking, and I hope you guys enjoy this whole thing. Okay? So, what we're gonna be doing is working on mixing. We got to get this stuff done. But before we do that, I want to sort of talk to you guys about just the industry and how the industry works, and just having a little bit of patience with yourself and understanding that I don't like the way this light is doing. I really wanted to be able to focus more on that TV in the back, but it's just so bright. Okay, so bottom line is I want to talk to you guys a little bit about literally just how you're making music, and how sometimes, a lot of times as artists, we get so caught up in, I need to make sure that I'm getting a team, I'm getting a group of people that all work with me so that I can create what I want. Now, I'm just going to tell you guys a personal story of mine. Okay, when I started off, I believed the same thing. I believed I was talented, I work hard, and all I needed to do was find like-minded individuals who would support and who would also appreciate the music that I was making. And the truth is, nobody really cares. What you'll find is that a lot of people are really just trying to do what's best for them. And so it'll be awkward if you're consistently trying to help other people. You have to make sure that when you are working with other groups, other artists, and other collaborators, that you have a specific goal in mind. So if you have an album that you're putting out, or if you have a single that you're putting out, or you're just trying to go on tour with somebody, or you're just trying to find live performances, you have to know, write down what it is that I'm trying to get out of this. Who am I trying to do this for? What am I trying to make? Because if you don't know how much money you want, you'll accept the wildest things. Sometimes people be like, oh yeah, I got a great opportunity. And that's when you hear great opportunity, that means exposure bucks. You don't want exposure bucks. All right. I am a billionaire in exposure bucks. All right. You do not want exposure bucks. That's when people can start walking up to you in the future and they start saying, oh man, you're a legend. No, you're not a legend. You just got a whole bunch of exposure bugs. Okay, everybody has seen you all over the place. All right, so make sure that when you're out here, you're aware of who am I trying to work with and why. Okay, it may seem like you're using people, but you're not using people. This is a business. Okay, so if you're gonna hire somebody, you have to be aware of why do you want to hire this person. Okay, you have to be aware of what do you expect this person to give you in, if they're going to be mixing your music, if they're going to be promoting your music, if they're going to be the person who's out there on the streets getting people to come to your shows, you need to be aware of that, because then you can treat that person as such. Okay, now that doesn't mean you treat them bad. That means if you have somebody who you know they're the only reason you have people filling up your venues, you have to make sure that that person is compensated. Okay, because if you can get 100 people in a venue consistently, you're a successful artist. That may seem like it's not a lot of people, but 100 people is absolutely critical to your success. If you can consistently do that, I would say if you could consistently do 50 people, you could start making waves. But if you can do 100, then you can actually barter with people about where you want to go. Let me tell you a story. Okay, so I used to be a part of something called Word of Mouth. Okay, Word of Mouth was the first place that I actually performed live. It was an open mic kind of thing where you could come up as much as you wanted, but we had a set group of people who would normally be there. There would be extra people who could come. They were always welcome. But when you have a set group of people, it's like you have a show. So you can go to a club, you can go to a performance hall, you can go to an event that's already being had, and you can say, hey, this is what I can offer you, this is who I can bring, this is how much we normally make, this is how much we bring to the door, this is what I expect at the door, or you can have the door, I want the bar. You can start negotiating with these people and understanding you're super valuable. The problem is, if you're not at that table negotiating when they are picking, you're in trouble. Can you please say my name? Katzen? What's up, Katzen? How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Have blood sugar high? Y'all are wild, bro. Y'all are wild. Good boy, go fuck yourself. Okay? Bitch ass nigga. How about that? Fuck you. Suck my dick. Tell your mom to suck my dick. How about that, Katzen? Huh? Bitch ass motherfucker. Alright, so back to what I was saying. If you have a venue that's bringing you in, when you guys are negotiating that, y'all need to figure out who is going to be negotiating. It has to be somebody that you trust. That person has to be somebody who, when they're actually negotiating, they're negotiating for each artist, because there's some artists who are better than others. Okay, I understand how everybody thinks they're equal, everybody thinks they're special. I understand what you're saying, but when it comes to business, you have to look at it as if at Walmart, CVS, Shopify, and Google were all going somewhere and trying to negotiate something. You see what I'm saying? So if you're trying to negotiate for the group, you have to understand certain entities are worth more. So if you're an artist who has a band, all right, and so it's 4 of you guys, 5 of you guys, you have to make sure that you're being compensated for your time and for everybody else who's in the group. Okay, so if you're not making sure of that, you're going to get into a contract that is also with a group of people who is like your friends or your family, and it can create issues in the long run. Okay, so you have to make sure, if you're being negotiated with, if you're being part of the bartering, you have to make sure that you're saying, okay, this is what I need before you go to the table. I'm gonna need to make sure I'm making at least $300 a night, or I'm gonna make sure that I'm at least doing this and doing this. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and that will create a positive environment for you and all of your friends in order to consistently grow. Okay, so it's absolutely imperative that when you're doing things, you make sure that you are negotiating on your best behalf. Okay, if you're not doing that, you're going to be very upset. All right, you have to make sure that if you want to be able to buy a new guitar, or you need to buy a new studio, that you are pricing this out and how many times you're going to be performing, how many times you're going to be there, and all of that. Okay, so I say this: if you are ever going to gain a group of people that you're going to start performing with, make sure you tell them in advance what you expect from them. Okay, make sure that you're upfront with what you want from them. All right, if you're not, then you're going to be upset in the future, and it's going to ruin that relationship. All right, make sure you're always on top of that. All right, so when you're doing that, it'll also create issues within the group. Okay, you'll have certain people who will be mad at you because you understand your value. So like this asshole in here who keeps on commenting, he wants attention so bad to where he is on here messing with me because his life sucks so bad he has nothing else to do but sit on here with the other 2 people are on here just to sit here and text stupid stuff. So you have to make sure that when you're going out to these places, you have an idea of what do you want from the crowd, What do you want from yourself, and what do you want from the community that you're growing with? Because you can go out there every single night and give a stellar performance, and it won't move the needle at all for what you expect. Okay, so make sure that you're consistently on it. All right, y'all have to make sure that if somebody is coming into you and they're saying, hey, I think that it would be great to work with you, that you're making sure that this person is, hold on, let me take care of this. Let me take care of this guy. There we go. You have to make sure constantly marketing yourself. Just like when you see L'Oreal, or if you see ESPN, or if you see any other company, they're consistently marketing themselves in a way to where they're looking like a great entity. Okay, so keep that in mind. You are a business. You are trying to run a business that can be scaled. Okay, hello, how you doing? The only way that you can run this business successfully and scale it is by you understanding the value of your performance. Okay, so in order to know your value, you have to see what other people are doing and judge yourself. Okay, so if you sing and you play the guitar, you need to find somebody else. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it so much. Thanks, Bob. So if you are an artist and you want people to love what you're doing, find another group that's just like you. Sort of like there's this band called The Paradox, and they've been making all this rock music, but it's a black group. And so they have been slowly but surely, they work with the All-American, no, they haven't worked with All-American Rejects. They work with Blink-182 already, and they work with the guys who do Basket Case, Green Day. And so these guys are marketing perfectly with their group and already seeing their value. Okay, so when they're going places, they're aware of, okay, if this person's making this much money, I need to be asking for this much. If they're this popular and I'm down here, okay, so that we can scale up to getting to their level. You'll never get there if you're just saying, I'm just happy to be here and I'm just so grateful to be in front of people, and oh wow, there's 1,000 people out here, I appreciate it. You need to be aware that all those people are paying. And even if it was free to get in, because there was a place that I used to play at, it's called the Isles, and called Speakeasy Tuesdays, right? So Speakeasy Tuesdays was a great platform. It was one where it was a lot like word of mouth, where you had a lot of different artists. They would all come together, they would perform, and then it was also allowed for other people to come in, but it was more like on a trial basis. You had to try out and then you were allowed to come in. But the point is, people were coming in and going to the bar and they were buying at least 3 drinks apiece. Okay, if you're buying all these drinks, you're aware that somebody's spending around $30 just to come in here. Okay, and then on top of that, if they have to pay a door fee of $10 and you're not getting paid anything, you need to be aware that you are the reason that they're coming in there. And you need to be asking for a percentage of that. Whether it's I'm asking for the bar, or I'm asking for the door, or I'm asking for a percentage of everything that was brought in at the end of the day, you have to be aware of, hey, my straight fee is going to be $300 for my band to come, or for me to come by myself is $150, and I'll come out and I'll do 4 songs or whatever it is. But don't undervalue yourself. As artists, we love to undervalue what we can do, what we provide. Okay, never do that. When you do that, it'll start eating away with you slowly but surely. You'll start wondering, why am I doing this? Why am I not getting the support that I want? It's because you're not doing what you need to be doing. Okay, so make sure you are your #1 advocate. You are the person who people are going to see and say, you know what, this is where I see your value at. If they don't see your value, it's because you haven't told them what your value is. Okay? It's sort of like being in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, you have to let somebody know how they can treat you. If you're with a woman and she starts beating on you and you never change it, it's never going to be any different. Okay? So be cognizant of the fact that these people can literally change your life if you put yourself in a position to say, hey, this is what I expect. And it's hard as artists. I know it's hard. We have imposter syndrome. We don't think that we're worth it sometimes. It's hard as an artist to say what you're worth and say what your value is. But you have to do it, or else you're going to go down this slippery slope of, I'm not worth it. My music isn't going where I want it to go. I'm not as successful as I thought it was going to be. I thought life would be different than this. So make sure you're negotiating for yourself. Do not let people go negotiate for you, because we are in an industry of people who love to take advantage of people who just have good hearts. people who just think, oh, well, I hope everybody listens. I hope everybody just loves what I'm doing. Bro, this is a lot of advice, and it's really going to help me. It's going to help the world. Hey, thank you so much, man. God bless you, man. Thank you for even saying that. I'm really just trying to use my experience, okay? So when you're out here, what's your name? I hope your name's Bob, because I can talk to you directly because you're like one of the few people here, okay? So Bob, when you're going out, whatever your art is, you may not value it at $300 for 2 songs, but other people are paying that to get in there. If you have a room full of at least 100 people, you have to be aware of what the bar is doing. If you're one of those artists who's consistently getting people going to the bar talking about, hey, specials at the bar, y'all make sure that y'all tip your bartenders and all. If you're one of those kind of people, be aware you deserve a piece of that pie. Okay, and they will understand it. The bartenders will understand it, and the owner of the club will understand it, and they're just waiting for you to not ask for anything. And if you don't ask, they'll never offer the money. Okay, if you don't ever make it an issue, it will never come up. Nobody will ever send you any extra money, and you'll always be wondering, why am I lacking? And at the end of the night, I'm packing up all my stuff, and I'm watching the bartenders count up their money. I'm watching the valet count their money. I'm watching the person who booked us count all their money, and I'm wondering, where's my money at? I'm feeling all mad and stuff on the inside, wondering, well, maybe one day. No, today is the day. Go to the person who's negotiating and say, hey, can we negotiate in the contract for me to make $250 a night just for me to do an hour set? Okay, cool. And I promise $250 is not a lot for what they make sometimes. Okay? So when you're negotiating, when anybody's negotiating for you, you need to be a part of the conversation. You need to be part of that negotiation. You need to have written down, what do you want from this person? What do you expect from this person after you're done performing with them? And then what do you expect from the crowd? When you have that, you can know, should I come back to this venue? Because I had places that I would perform for like 2-3 years, and I would make a little bit of money, but I wasn't very staunch on, this is what I expect from you guys. So being friends and, oh, we're family, we're all cool, it's great to get people to know you, but those people would appreciate you a lot better if they understood your value. And word of mouth is the best way to get your value understood. So if you have somebody who's saying, okay, hey, I got a wonderful team, I'm negotiating for them, but you're gonna have to pay them at least $300. If your asking number is only $150, that's them showing that these people need to understand this person is super talented and you're getting a great deal. Now, they may bring the price down, but they need to understand that they are getting a deal for you. And that is all done by word of mouth. If you don't have that, it is so hard to get somebody to appreciate you, because we are in an era right now where people don't think they need to pay for music. They don't need to pay for entertainment at all. They just think it's a normal thing. YouTube and SoundCloud and Instagram has gotten them thinking music is something that's just for the public. No, it's not. You got people who are like me buying these studios and building all this stuff in order to make something. You need to make that money back. Stop allowing people to use you, because that's really what it is. They'll make you feel really important and say, oh, I love your music and we really appreciate you. If you really appreciate me, you will break off some of this bread. Okay, so one of the major things I have to tell you is, when you are performing, make sure you know your value. Do not go out there talking about, I would just love to be in front of a live crowd. All right, you're going to get in front of a live crowd. They're going to make sure they put you in a live crowd. You're going to be in front of them, and you're going to be there every single week until you wise up and figure out, hey, I could be making money if I would just separate myself from the pack. If I would just say, hey, I understand that this is going on, but when I'm going in front of the crowd, if I'm not going to be actually in the negotiations, I'm going to have merch. I'm going to have shirts. I'm going to have things that people actually want. If it's a crowd that likes to smoke, man, you better have some pre-rolls in the back. You better have some Zippos. You better have awesome little things to where people can really invest in you. Please like the video, you guys. I'd appreciate it so much. Please comment so I can let you guys know what's going on. If y'all have any questions, please let me know what's going on. I would love to answer any questions that you may have. I'm just so happy that you guys are here. Thank you so much. For real, for real. God bless all y'all. So make sure that you pray about it if you need to pray about it, but you know your value before you go out here and you talk to people about what you expect by the time you're done with each performance, okay? So I performed at Word of Mouth. I performed at the Isles. These were both groups that I considered like families. Okay? To this day, I don't talk to those people. Did you hear what I said? I consider these people like family. Thank you guys so much for liking the video. Thank you. To this day, I do not talk to those people. What's up, Xander? How you living? Good to see you again. I came on early, so it's good. It's good that you caught in. What's up? It's great to see you. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will try to answer your questions. If you have any comments, let me know. Okay. But I regret the fact that I didn't push myself to be more involved in the business side of things, and I allowed other people to say, okay, well, we worked out a deal, and this is what you get. And I was just so grateful. Oh, I get to go perform at this place in front of 1,000 people. Wow, I'm so happy. Yeah, I remember you. I hope you're good. I hope everything's blessed with you. It's great to see you again, brother. Be safe. Welcome in, bro. We're just talking about how, as an artist, you need to manage your money. Because I saw one guy, he said he's put $30,000 in his rap career and he's only made $200. I almost cried. When I saw that, I was like, $30,000? That means that you had an idea that you thought was a great idea, but you never monetized it. You never made it to where other people could invest in it. You said, I'm going to put a lot of money into these projects. I'm going to put a lot of money into these recordings. And I'm going to hope that somebody says, this is valuable to me. As opposed to saying, hey, here's a shirt y'all can buy. Here's a link that y'all can click on. And if y'all would just make a donation, that would be so much to me. If here's some people that I know who I can reach out to and ask, hey, is it possible that you guys could just support? Could y'all get me in the door anytime y'all see any shows? You will be amazed. I have never marketed myself other than on like Instagram. And I just get calls from people saying, hey, would you be willing to do this show? Okay, so when you're posting on Instagram or YouTube, that is an advertisement. It is a way that people can know you're performing, you're making content, but they will only value as much of yourself as you will value. Okay, so if you're saying, hey, I'll show up for free, they'll answer. This is how the calls normally go. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I saw some of your stuff online, and man, it's awesome, man. I love that. That's letting you know you have value. Okay, it's awesome. I love it so much, man. And oh, we have this event coming up, and yeah, man, we have a little budget. Now that's letting you know right now they're gonna try to lowball you. Okay, we have a little budget, but we're just trying to see if you could come out and bless the crowd. Okay, bless the crowd means they're trying to get a free show. Okay, do not do a free show. Ask them. This is how you stop that. What's your budget? When they tell you your budget, it is your job to make sure you get as much of it as possible. If that means you need to invite other friends, if that means you need to add a bigger band to your thing, you need to be able to take up that budget if you know that you can fulfill what they're asking for. Let me see what he's talking about. Yeah, things got a little worse. Went to see my family. None of them seemed connected. Broke. And my dad says he had a stroke yesterday. Bro, pause. We're going to pray for Xander, y'all. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing us all here. Thank you for giving us opportunity to have Xander here. Please watch over him, guide him, protect him, and let him know that you are consistently in his life. You are in his corner. If nobody else is there, you are there. You want him to succeed, and you want him to have faith in you and the fact that he will succeed if he does what you want him to do. Faith is understanding that it's not supposed to work. Your brain and everything in the world will tell you it's not supposed to work because it shouldn't work. But when you have faith, that's why it makes it a miracle when it does work, because it's not supposed to work. Just have faith that God will do it, bro. When you do that, I'm telling you, your life will change, man. I swear, man. You need to just have faith that you will find the money. You will find the people. Because if I can support you, I'll support you. And especially if you're talented. Are you a rapper as well, Xander? Because if you're a rapper, I would love to support you. Because that other guy made a track on you. Where's your tracks at? You told me about his track. Where's your tracks? So, bro, understand. Lean into the fact that God wants you to be the best that you can be. Okay? And he's not trying to play you. Okay? So I'm so sorry about your dad having a stroke. I hope the blessing is he's alive. The blessing is that he can still get better. And I know strokes are no joke. I know this. But the blessing is that you can still have a conversation with him. I've lost a lot of friends at young ages, okay? So a lot of times I just wake up sometimes and I just think about my friends. I just want to make a phone call, you know? And the fact that I can't is just devastating. So make sure you love on your pops. And I understand your family doesn't have the money. Hey, sometimes it's not about the money. Sometimes you really do need those connections so that you can say, hey, Troy, like if you know a person like me, hey, Troy, can I come over to the studio and record a couple tracks? I got you, bro. But at the same time, you have to be understanding that you are now in a barter. You have to make it worth this person's while. It's not them saying, oh, you're so talented, I'm going to go out of my way to help you. You are going into somebody's business where they have already gone in the red, maybe, to do this, right? So you need to make them understand, hey, I value your sacrifice, and this is what I'm willing to sacrifice in order to let you know that I'm down for the cause, and I'm down for you, and I want this to work for both of us, okay? You cannot be selfish when you're bartering with people, especially if they have something that you really need. If they have a venue that you can perform at, there's so many people who need live performances, and the best way to do it is to get a group of people. If you have 3 or 4 people who you know are super talented and y'all can go get a venue, bro, you will be so happy. I have performed by myself, singer-songwriter style, for a long time, but once I started performing with other people and with bands, it made my job so much easier. It made it fun. Okay? So do not be scared of collabing with people, but once again, go back to what we were just talking about. When you're collabing with these people, know what you want from them. How much money am I expecting out of this band? How much am I expecting the band to support growing the band? And what do I expect after we're done with this band? Am I expecting them to be my friends, or am I expecting us to make some money out of this? Okay? Or am I just expecting them to be here temporarily? You have to consistently be honest with yourself, and it's a very difficult thing as an artist just to be honest with yourself. Just be open and honest, and be vulnerable with the people that you're talking to. People can read BS so easily. Do not BS these people. Just tell them, hey, honestly, I would love to put out an album. If you can help me put out this album, I'll make sure that whatever track blows up, I'll put you on as a producer. Hey, I really want this one venue that I really want to perform at. I don't know anybody. Okay, let me go to the person who's organizing that stage or that venue and say, hey, is it possible that I could just open up before you guys start, or at the very end of everything, I'm just like the outgoing music, or while y'all are setting up, I'll just play in between? People will allow you to do stuff like that. Even, hey, can I just sit up outside and play while people are walking in? That's an ambiance. Okay, that's stuff that adds to the je ne sais quoi of the show. So you have to make sure that you are aware of how you can be impactful for the show, how they can be impactful for you, and what are you expecting from these people. Okay, if you lie to yourself, you will be upset. As artists, it is our job to be open and honest with what we want. Okay, now out of this situation, what I want you guys to learn, and I want you guys to support. If you guys can like, share, and subscribe, it means the world to me. And all I'm doing is trying to show you guys my struggle, okay? As an artist who has had imposter syndrome for forever, and people have been telling me, you're so talented for forever, I'm just letting you guys know it takes consistent work. I built this whole studio and still get intimidated when it comes time to start mixing, because I don't want people making fun of me. I don't want people saying it sounds like trash, okay? So you got to be careful. Wait, so you went through this all? Yeah, I went through all of that stuff. I've been performing for a while, okay? And you can go through it very fast. It may not seem like it's probably all of that stuff has happened and more, way more than that, okay? That's why I'm letting you guys know you have to be careful, because what we do as artists is we create the culture, okay? People really want to have art there because we are what make things special. Imagine a wedding with no music. What? I stopped doing weddings because I didn't like how wives act on wedding days. Wives on wedding days are the worst. They'll come up to you and they'll change their song. Talking about, oh, I was thinking about Lauryn Hill. Hey, the woman who said that, she ended up getting a divorce. Okay? Got you going crazy before the show trying to learn a Lauryn Hill song just for them to divorce. Okay? I do not like weddings, to say the least. All right? It's so much expectation on you. They want a perfect moment. Y'all aren't perfect. How do you want a perfect wedding? Y'all cheating on each other. So I try to stay away from weddings. You know, there's so much expectation. You got to be nice and meet all the family members and talk to everybody. It's a lot. It's not fun. All right. So I would suggest finding venues that you like to perform at and the vibe that you like and sticking with that. Okay. Bob, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. You can always message me on the side and ask more questions, and I'll give you any advice. If you have opportunities that people have given you, let me know, and I can try to help you figure out if it's a good opportunity or not, or just give you my advice. Hey, you don't have to listen to me. I'm just telling you from my experience, most artists are undervaluing themselves, and most artists have a inferiority complex. Okay? Do not think that you're worse than you really are. Give other people the opportunity to tell you that you're bad, as opposed to you saying, no, I'm not good enough. No. You're great. Okay? When people start saying that you're bad, that's when you're bad. Okay? But when you start saying it in your head, you'll never give another person the opportunity to tell you you're bad, because you'll stop yourself from every single opportunity because you say, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, I don't know how to do it. Do not psych yourself out. You'll be amazed how many trash musicians are out here making money. And it's only because they have good connections. It's only because they got good mouthpieces. They're consistent. And people are going to say, you know what? He's always here. Let me just go in and support. Okay? So make sure you guys are supporting yourself. And the way that you support yourself is know your value and enforcing your value on other people. Do not let people just take advantage of you. Okay? All right. I'm about to mix a little bit on here. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, a fantastic weekend. I see that nobody's on here right now, so I think right now might be a good time to just log off. I have a lot to still do, but I feel like if I start playing this song, there's going to be cussing in it, and when there's cussing, they try not to show the video. So you guys be safe. Y'all stay out of trouble, and make sure that y'all are aware that right now we are fighting a crazy battle against politics, period. Okay? So do not allow yourself to think that you are not important in the grand scheme of things. Do not allow yourself to think that, hey, what's up? Do not allow yourself to think that, I'm sorry, I was looking on here and it was showing that nobody was there. My bad, Bob. Thank you for staying. Thank you for sticking around. I'm looking at the app and it was just saying nobody was in there. I'm so sorry. But be aware that your position and your voice is so valuable, and especially as an artist, we are the ones who change things. Okay? So do not be scared to push the envelope. Do not be scared to say the things that people should not say. What's the worst thing that can happen, bro? Nobody knows who you are now. What are they going to say? I don't like him. Bob, he's always telling the truth. What do they say now? You know, everybody's always talking smack. If they know you for being an honest person who's talking the truth, who's talking from their heart how they really feel, they'll respect you. Because there's so few people who are actually respectable people who actually say what they mean. They're always saying what other people want them to say in order to not mess up a deal, in order to not mess up an advertisement. So make sure that you're authentic to yourself. You guys, please make sure you guys like and subscribe and share. Please, Bob, subscribe, because I would love to have you on these conversations more. And just, I feel like iron sharpens iron, so it would be wonderful to have you on here. Okay? I would love to follow you guys back. I wish I could just like click on here and follow you, but it won't let me like just follow you. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, do not undersell yourself, you guys. Understand that music is what makes things valuable. Okay, before you start a movie, imagine a movie that didn't have any music parts in it, all those music scenes. Imagine Forrest Gump without all the music. The music is what makes it. So be aware of how critical you are to entertainment. Without music, there is no entertainment. Okay? Yeah, I already subscribed. I'll be here Next stream. Hey, I wish I could do like fireworks and stuff like that for you, bro. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm so happy that you're part of the crew. And however I can support you, let me know, man. If you need help with a track, if you want some guitar on it, if you want some vocals on it, whatever it is. Are you in Houston? If you're in Houston, maybe we can link up. We'll see if we could do a track or something like that. Or maybe you can send something over and then I can send it back or whatever it is, man. I'm definitely interested in collaborating however I can and helping you guys see your full potential, because the most beautiful thing is an artist who understands how valuable they are to the world. Okay, we are the ones that push the world forward. The Louvre is full of art, not people talking. Okay, so remember that. Believe in yourself, believe in your art, believe in that. Even if somebody says to you they don't like it, there's 15,000 people who haven't seen it or heard it and who would love it. All right, so don't beat yourself up because you're thinking, oh, it could be better. To somebody, that could be the thing that changes their world. That could be the thing that opens their eyes to the fact that they want to be an artist, or that they could be the next person to change their environment, to change the people around them. Be bold and be brazen. Sometimes you have to stick out like a sore thumb in order to change anything. And we are created and groomed in this society to say, don't make any issues. Don't fight people. Don't say anything. Don't stick up. That the nail that sticks out is the one that gets hammered, right? You want to stick out, especially as an artist. Even if it's something negative, if that's going to be what kicks you off, let it kick you off, because that's free promotion. Okay? We cannot keep paying for posts. As artists, it is not sustainable to say I'm gonna keep doing paid promotions in order to have people find me. We're not that big, okay? And you're never gonna beat these big machines from the labels, okay? So love on yourself, love on the artists around you, and make sure that you're supporting yourself. The best way to support yourself is by coming up with what you demand. Okay, a list of demands, like you're in a hostage situation kind of thing. This is what I have to have in order to be happy. This is what I have to have in order to grow. This is what I have to have at the end of the day to say I was successful. If you can't articulate those things, you know what you're gonna get. Man, thanks, Brody. It was real nice to have you come out, man. You killed it. You might get some females. There's always going to be some females at the show talking about, oh my God, that was so amazing. Can I have your number? Do you want to link up later? That's always going to happen. But that is not going to sustain you. Okay? Later on, when you're getting money, that is what's going to start feeling good. When people start saying, hey, I'll pay for that. I'll pay for you to come out. Can you come out? Can you come out? And you can start saying no to people. You can start saying, no, that's not really my vibe. Because now people will ask me, hey, can you come out to these shows? And I'll be like, nah, I don't think I really want to come out. Why don't you want to go? You don't want to do a show? And you have people who are so amazed. It's because if it's not my environment, if it's not my people, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be the only guitar person. I don't want to be the person bringing thousands of dollars of gear to a place that's a rap battle. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only person who's playing music. And now everybody's talking about, can you play while we do a cypher? No. I'm not going to sit here and play while you do a cypher. I don't want to do it. It's not fun for me. It's not anything that's artistically elevating. It's just you feeding your ego. Now, if y'all all say we're going to pitch in $10 a piece and we want you to play during the rap battle, or $5 a piece and we all want y'all to play, or the band to stay longer and play, okay, that's compensation. But know your value, know your worth, and respect the fact that some people cannot pay it. And just because they can't pay it doesn't mean you should do the show. Okay? If somebody doesn't respect you because you don't do it for their price, they were never respectful of you in the first place. They were just using you. Okay? If you're ever wondering, hang around some women and watch them manipulate you. That's exactly what it's like in the music industry. There's always somebody who's making money from you. Okay? And if you don't see where the money's going, it's because you're not paying attention. Look and listen. Okay? Make sure you use your brain to say, who's making money here? and ask the questions. Once you start asking the questions, those people are going to be very loquacious. They're going to start telling you, oh, well, this is so and so, and this is who I talk to, and this is how. And once you see how it's all working and you peel back the layer, you can start going to nightclubs and saying, hey, I have 6 people that I know, and I have 2 bands, and we could come in here and we could take over your Tuesday night and we could take over your Thursday night. How about that? And they might have somebody, but that person might not be working out. They might be saying, hey, in 3 months, we're going to be needing a new contract renewal. So how about y'all come out then? And that gives y'all 3 months to put together a better show. 3 months to do reconnaissance and see what's going on at the venue, who's performing, what they're doing, what the crowd is like, and see how you can get your people in. Okay? Sometimes if you're trying to get people in, they'll say, hey, y'all can do a trial. And they'll give you one night. On that trial, you better call all your friends. And if you got to pay them $10 a piece to come in there, pay them $10 a piece. Because that next time that you come out, they're going to pay for you. Give them $10 a piece and tell them go buy a drink at the bar. Go buy 2 of the specials. I'm telling you, if you do that, and those people come in and actually start buying stuff, you are going to make a lot of money consistently. Like I said, if you can get 100 people consistently at your venue, you are a success. So I would say at least 10 people that you're saying, I'm going to pay to come in here. I'm spending $100 just for y'all to come in here. And I want y'all to use the money that I'm giving you to buy drinks. And watch how your business grows. Watch how those owners, those bar owners, how the bartenders, how everybody starts changing the way that they talk to you. Because let's say this person brings in money. This person is actually successful. And don't bring in guys. Bring in women. If you can get a lot of women to come in and you pay for their drinks, the guys will slowly but surely start coming. Get a videographer to come. Make sure he takes pictures. Make sure he takes videos. Make sure you have something to market to show people this is what's going on. This is why we are valuable. Okay? I love you guys. God bless you guys. And let's pray before we get out of here. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for blessing me with this opportunity, with this platform. Thank you for all the people who came in here. Please come into their lives and let them know that you're trying to work with them. You're trying to make them go to the next level, and that it's our job to believe in you and believe in what you're trying to do for us. We need to get out of our own way and just believe in the fact that you have created us to do what we are doing. We do not need to be perfect. We just need to consistently work. And that consistent work will be a blessing to somebody. And it's not our goal to be the biggest person in the world. It's our goal to be the most perfect version of ourselves. We love you and need you and ask that you bless everybody who's touched this chat. You touch everybody who has lost somebody. Watch out for Xander, Lord. Please watch out for Xander's family, for his dad. Please bless his heart. Please bless his body. Please give him a renewed spirit. Please watch over Bob. Please watch over everybody who's on here who is actively trying to make their life better. Okay? Please help even all the people who come on all the other nights. Everybody. Let them know that you are trying to make them the best that you could possibly make them. In your name we pray, amen. I used to play guitar, but I kind of quit because I wasn't really good at it. Hey, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry that you quit. I wouldn't have quit. You should keep playing, bro. You may not think you're good, but bro, there's some people who are worse, okay? And maybe you're just playing, and your playing is going to allow you to create a song, and just being able to write chords, that is useful, okay? And even when you're talking to other musicians, it's so nice to be able to have it from a reference of, I know how to mix, I know how to record, I know how to play. When you know how to do all these things, it makes their job so much easier, and it makes them love to work with you, okay? So believe in yourself, okay? You got this, Bob. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you, man. I know it's hard. It's a super hard instrument. But if it was easy, we wouldn't love our guitar heroes. You know what I'm saying? So believe in yourself. Allow your fingers to hurt. Allow your arms to cramp up. Allow your pocketbook to hurt because you got to buy the nice gear. Don't cheap on yourself, okay? A lot of times it's really hard because you buy the cheap guitar and it's hard to play the guitar, okay? But if you have like a Squier at least, or something like, if you're playing an acoustic guitar, if you have something simple like a Fender guitar, those are good enough to get you through. So if you have something like that, you should be fine. Just knuckle down, Get some good strings, and you can do this, man. And if you guys have any questions about it, just please reach back out. I'll support however I can. I really do appreciate everybody who made any comment, everybody who logged on here. God bless all of y'all. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. God bless y'all. God bless everything that y'all touch. And may all your enemies know that you are a chosen one and God wants you to be the best that you can be. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And y'all work on your dream. Don't let other people scare you out of following your dream. Before I quit, when I came home from school, my parents bought me a whole new guitar and a bunch of picks for the guitar and an electric. Oh, so you're ready. You're ready. You got your stuff. You're ready. Don't be scared. You can do this. You can do this. Okay? Just work on it. It's going to be a long, hard journey. But once you learn an instrument, it's one of those things you'll take with you for the rest of your life, and it'll help you as a musician to write for other people. You'll be amazed how many times people ask me to help them write stuff. People just call me into the studio just for ideas, just for little licks. They try to think that they're really slick, so you gotta be careful letting your licks out, because people will try to steal it for their library, and then they'll use that for as an impulse response kind of thing. So be careful when you're playing for people and you're in the studio. Be careful when you're playing for people and you're on live, because they can still take your stuff, but it pays to not have great audio because they can never really do exactly what they want to do. So y'all be safe. Have a great weekend. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dream. Don't allow anybody to stop you. If you have a girlfriend and she is not actively pursuing helping you or supporting you, leave her. And if you have a girlfriend and she's an artist and you're not actively supporting her, you need to leave her to allow her to go be great. Okay? Love on yourself and love on the artist around you. Do not allow somebody to beat you. Do not allow somebody to put their hands on you. As artists, that will stunt your growth. Okay? Love on yourself enough to call the cops on somebody if they put their hands on you. Because as artists, it's a big problem. We allow abuse in all kinds of ways. Whether it's people talking to us crazy, putting their hands on us, it is our job to make sure that we respect ourselves enough to set a boundary. Okay? And when we set those boundaries, we empower other people to have boundaries. One of the best things you can have is a boundary, because you will never be taken advantage of. And as an artist, we get taken advantage of so much. It becomes a superpower to just have a boundary. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for being interactive. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring. It means so much to me, y'all. Just the 4 of y'all who are on here right now, it really means the most to me. I've been on this page for so long, and for so long I didn't have enough faith to say, hey, I need to be going live, So just to see that y'all are here, it lets me know that it's working. You know, God has put his hand on me, on y'all, and he wants the best for all of us. Okay? So don't play yourself out of getting a new show, because there's all kinds of venues out here who need live music. They've never heard it. You may think it's an old song. It's not old. I never heard it. I don't care what the song is. I would love to hear y'all stuff. All of it's brand new. Hey, Rodeo Joe, that's my bro. 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 Hey, y'all need to check his music out. He is literally living what I'm talking about. This man is steadily posting. This man has businesses. This man is making sure that the next generation is over here making music. This man got a new song getting ready to come out. This man is steadily putting out music. He's one of those people, he allows his life struggles to go into his music, and it has allowed him to connect with people. You'll be amazed how many people you connect with just by allowing yourself to be vulnerable. It may suck. It is absolutely terrible when you're vulnerable. It's horrible. But what it does for other people is absolutely indescribable. That's how God can see, how other people can see God in you, by allowing yourself to just not be looked at as being perfect all the time. Be wrong. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to go through something horrible. If somebody can see it and say, you know what, I'm empowered. I believe now. It's possible. Okay? Love on yourself, man. Believe in yourself and believe in your journey. All right, y'all can do this. Okay, and Joe can tell you, if you just start, then you'll slowly see little things that happen. Like y'all three who are on here right now, the 4 likes that I have right now, those are little things that let you know I'm doing something. It's working. I'm growing. It's happening. It's happening. Keep it up, you guys. Do not allow yourself to play yourself out of getting gigs, out of being happy, and out of having money from those gigs that you're getting. All right? You can have all of those things. It's not impossible to have. Your only reason you don't have it is because you're not asking for it. Speak up as an artist. Tell the venues what you want, what you need. Sometimes you can just say, hey, man, I'm having a hard time. I really need like $300. Hey, you don't need to tell them why. You can tell them, hey, I'm trying to buy a new amplifier. It's going to be an extra $300. If they like you, they will come up out of it. Hey, is it possible for us to pass a hat around so I can buy a new guitar? If the crowd likes you, they're going to pay it. I put it. I'm not playing. I'm so serious. Believe in yourself. Pray about it. And do not doubt yourself for a second, or other people will start doubting you. Okay? That doubt is contagious. It's more contagious than a yawn. Okay? Do not allow yourself to play yourself in front of your fans. Let them see how great you can be, and then you get out of the way. Okay? Let your music speak for itself. I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all been on here for almost an hour. Thank you so much for being on here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. It means so much just having you guys here. And Joe, bro, keep it up, man. It's inspirational having friends who are consistently growing, because when you watch them grow, you're aware that we can all do this. Okay? So, be good to yourselves. Enjoy your weekend. And work on your dream this weekend. If you don't do anything but every single day take 15 minutes and say, I'm going to work on my passion, I'm going to work on my dream. Look how much we work on other people's shit. Work on you. You can do this. I believe in you. You should believe in you more than anybody else. And once you start believing in you more than anybody else, everything will start falling into place. Ain't that right, Joe? Joe already knows. Because Joe, he has put it on him to make sure that he is 6, 7, 8. He is growing. Okay, phone calls, you guys. Yeah, it's about time for me to get up off here. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I'm going to pray for you guys one more time before we get out here. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for watching over us. Please give us this opportunity to grow. Please allow us to really stand on business when it comes to our dream, when it comes to our passions. Allow us to stay out of our own way and to understand that you want us to be great. The only reason we aren't is because we don't believe it. Help us to have the faith that you want us to be amazing, that you want us to speak our truth, and that you want us to make your greatness known by just being ourselves. It's so simple, y'all. It's so simple. In your name we pray. Amen. Y'all be safe. Love on yourselves, and don't let nobody put their hands on you. Don't let anybody hurt your brain and make you think you're not good enough, man. As an artist, once somebody gets in your head, it'll ruin your music. It'll ruin your art. Do not let somebody make you think that you're not good. And you better not say that you're not good. Let other people tell you you're not good. Don't you do it. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Be safe. Be a blessing. Stay out of trouble. And don't let these cops get y'all. Watch out. Second Amendment is so important right now. Be safe. Be careful. And be a rebel.